want to feel like a glizzy slide through my mouth and only taste the glizzy.
I've been watching Twitch and streamers for 10 years now, and I notice I don't really watch many streamers anymore, not like I used to. I started watching streams after tuning into Shia LaBeouf's art project thing he was doing back in 2016 to protest Trump winning the election. The art project stream was kind of like the gateway for me to that world. I noticed something while watching his art stream, the trolls.
We get 2 million likes for Trump to not divide us. Thank you very much. Never. 2 million likes.
He will not divide us.
I'm asking for 2 million likes. I will smash that fucking like button.
He will not divide us. He will not divide.
Day after day, people from 4chan or whatever parts of the internet that wanted to mess with Shia LaBeouf would show up and do that exact thing. It made me laugh. It was funny, and it was so new to me at the time. People would show up randomly. This was all live, and nothing was being clipped the way it is now. It was more of a watching in the moment to see what happens next. I was tuning in early before class, and also late after my day was done. I found characters like Brittany Venti, and that led me down other channels of the internet, some more seedy than others. I remember wanting more. I wanted the chaos that came with a live stream. Little did I know that I would then be introduced to the crazy world of IRL streaming. I watched a video on YouTube about a guy who went to the library with his TTS on, text-to-speech for those that aren't aware. It was a video from one of Asian Andy's streams. People would donate money to him, and he would endure some pretty wild stuff.
Yo, Axiom,
9/11 compilation.
you could bail me
make
out?
my COK hard.
Something happens, you can bail me out? If something happens,
I can bail you out.
Alright.
The German people must rise as a master race above the inferior peoples of Europe.
I'll rip every elderly man in this bitch. Everyone bend down.
That's enough.
That's alright, don't worry about it. Oh. We're both from Ram Ranch. It's cool.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
It fascinated me, but it also made me cringe, and for some reason it just entertained me. I noticed I didn't enjoy a lot of what YouTube was filled with in 2016. Before that, it was just kind of boring to me, and it felt so produced, which isn't always a bad thing, but I don't know. Asian Andy led me to finding Ice Poseidon and Twitch. Asian Andy was a part of the Andes, so his name isn't really Andy. It was something that stemmed out of Ice's community, where they gave that nickname to hovering people hungry for clout. It came from Andy Milonakis always being on Ice's stream. I've never been the type to watch people play games, but IRL streaming was different. Ice and his Andes were different from the others. While I think the CX community fell off and was extremely toxic, I saw a lot of the crazy things they did, but also a lot of the funny moments as well. They had a real nasty side though. Doxing, calling stores during streams, they really know how to mess with him. Sometimes they went too far, but Ice Poseidon never checked his chat or his community. It was basically the Wild West of the streaming world. It wasn't just Ice Poseidon alone that made it entertaining. It was a mixture of him, his audience, the Andes, other characters, and the real world. It was like a scuffed, Simpson-esque world he created. He would start a stream in his apartment somewhere in LA that random stream snipers would go to and wait for him, or just show up unannounced. I always thought it looked exhausting to be around so many people all the time, especially since all they wanted was one thing: clout. IRL was my first glimpse of the streaming world. The language, the culture. It is its own thing and kind of takes some time to learn it. I remember hearing people say, "Hey chat," for the first time, and I didn't understand this. First time I caught Ice live, he was hanging with Chad, aka Anything for Views, and I thought he was just talking to him when I realized he was talking to his chat. And now people who haven't even heard of Twitch or streaming are saying, "Hey chat." And now IRL was so new still. I think it's still kind of new if you compare it to the other things in streaming, but the difference was it was brand new back then. There weren't a lot of rules, and it was just people watching another person live their lives essentially. Obviously, the goal was to keep you watching, so they did some pretty crazy stuff to achieve that. Some of those characters found their own fame or infamy as the time passed, like Mizkif or Hyphonics. To this day, I will never forget the RV trip that ended it all. I sit back and think about the streams, and I can't help but feel like IRL is missing something now. I get bored watching IRL streams. Granted, I'm 10 years older now, and the way I view entertainment has changed. That's natural. I've grown up in a lot of ways, and I guess so has my taste in entertainment. But now, IRL is different. I see these crazy setups and streamers with cameramen and huge security guards. It's a whole production now. Streaming as a whole is bigger now. At least that's what it looks like with the numbers. I don't think it's bad, but it took something from it. Where a lot of Ice's stuff was random, and when they did plan things, It was how scuffed it all was that made it fun for me. I think it looks better than it ever did, but back then anything could happen, and that wasn't always a good thing. I remember watching a stream where Ice and his crew were out in Hollywood, and they got into a fight, and an old streamer named Uber had his front teeth broken by a man who hit him with a bottle.
Get on you, bro. You ain't pulling nothing out. You ain't pulling shit out, bro. You ain't got no gap. Yeah, don't act like you pulling out a gap, bro.
Oh my god, Uber's gonna get knocked out. Uber's about to get you. Uber's about to get you. Why is he saying that shit to people? Look, this is so bad. This is so bad. Like, what can we do here?
I think back to those moments and realize that this kind of entertainment was never meant to be sustained and could never be sustainable. Things like this happen and everyone always wants more. But how do you constantly one-up moments like this? It seems you can't. Ice also had a stream where he encountered a drunk Russian woman who followed him home and then began beating him because Ice was pretending to beat his grandfather, who was really just Snake Pepper in an old man mask.
This is my grandfather.
Nice to meet you.
No touch!
Oh shit! Oh God! No, I wanted to say fuck. No, I wanted to fuck you, grandfather. Fucking dumbass. Tell him to finish this fucker off. Hold on. Ow! What the fuck? I just got kicked. Oh shit! What the hell? No, hey, stop it.
Or the time he was in Hawaii and EBZ and Scuff Jim Carrey were fighting in the back of a car.
Going down. There's a KFC right there.
Right, that's why I confiscated your stupid phone, and you're not getting it back. Ow! What the?
Bro, y'all, stop, bro, stop.
Ice, we're gonna get pulled over by the car.
Ice, stop the car! What are you doing?
I'm trying to stop you guys.
bro.
And Ice stopped the car to break up the fight, and out of nowhere a local pulls up, angry, ready to beat Ice up over some comments he made towards his wife.
The streets! Justin!
Oh, yeah. You wanna talk to my wife like that again at the vape shop, you idiot?
There you go.
You sick fuck!
I didn't do anything.
Go on, get out.
Sick fucker! I saw what you did on YouTube. I talked to my wife on
EBZ needs help. EBZ needs help. EBZ needs help.
Crazy and wild moments like this were what defined Ice and IRL streaming in 2016. It was wild. It was one of those things that you couldn't stop watching no matter how bad things got, and sometimes they were real bad. Other times it was funny, random moments like an older lady who did cam girl work came over to Ice's place and got into an argument with a random stream sniper that wanted to meet Ice.
Keep your motherfucking mouth out my motherfucking business. It ain't your business what I'm doing with this man. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I'm not leeching off of him. I'm not poor, fucker.
You are.
Straight out. No, I'm not poor.
You are.
How the fuck does a bitch last online for 18 years? Tell me that.
You look poor as fuck.
No, you do with your fucking ketchup stains and mustard fucking hot dog A&PM hot dog stains on your fucking shirt.
I know there had to have been other IRL streamers doing similar things, but not like the CX stuff. And don't get me wrong, Ice and his crew did a lot of dumb stuff. I'm not advocating for any of it. I also think people should give him credit for defining a streaming genre. He was the face of IRL, even if it wasn't in the greatest way. Nobody ever did it like him. Speed is a good example of what IRL has evolved into, but not everyone could be Speed. And not everyone enjoys his content, which I can say the same about Ice as well. The difference is the initial steps into that genre were walked by people like Ice, and his Andys, and the real Andy, but also streamers like Jake and Bake who traveled the world and brought his chat with him. I'm not here to say it was better back then, but it was more exciting. Sometimes in a chill way, and other times in a not so chill way. A concept that is hard to follow consistently, I imagine. I don't think IRL is suffering by any means, but it is different. I think my days of watching streams and IRL streams are coming to an end. But I will never forget IRL streaming, especially those insane moments that left you on the edge of your seat all the time. IRL streaming in 2016 was insane.
It's a KFC bucket!
I want to feel like the glizzies slide through my mouth and I only taste the glizzy.
Ice Poseidon is not a virgin. CX. Bitches on the phone. They want LCX. Too many tryhards, I'd rather see some CX. Now everybody in the chat spam CX. CX.